Another way the SEC protects investors is by educating the public. Like I said, during the time of MMM, they were educating the public about the dangers of exposing one's finances to MMM. And of course, their warning came out to be true at the end of the day.
Hello, welcome to the Nigerian Investors Podcast, the unofficial podcast that tracks and reports on the activities of the Nigerian boss. My name is Moody, and with my colleague Aye, we will be hosting this podcast. TNI Podcast is dedicated to stimulating a renewed enthusiasm among the general population with regard to the activities of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Ultimately, the goal of TNI is to see that many Nigerians from all walks of life, both at home and in the diasporas, become active participants on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Before we go further, we would like to place on record TNI podcast is solely for educational purposes and not a replacement for professional financial advice. Let's begin.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Nigerian Investors Podcast. I'm your host Moody, and as always, I'm thrilled to have you join me. But today we have something special. This episode isn't a solo venture. Let me introduce my co-host for today, Aye.
Thanks, Moody. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here and thrilled to join this conversation. Today, we are going to be talking about the cornerstone of the Nigerian financial market. That's the Securities and Exchange Commission, or as we abbreviate them, the SEC.
That's right, Aye. The SEC. They play a vital role in keeping Nigeria's capital market safe, fair, and efficient. If you have ever wondered who ensures transparency in the market or how your investments are protected, this is the episode for you. Let's dive in.
So to kick things off, let's answer the very important question, right? What is the SEC? What are they? What do they do? So, the Securities and Exchange Commission is the apex regulatory body for the Nigerian capital market, right? They were established in 1979 to replace the Capital Issues Commission.
Exactly. Think of the SEC as the watchdog of the market. Its primary job is to regulate and develop the capital markets to ensure that it operates smoothly. This benefits both investors and businesses.
In simple terms, Moody, the SEC just ensures that everyone follows the rules, right? Whether you're a stockbroker, an investor, or a company, the SEC just makes sure that everyone is fair and transparent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's why the SEC is there. And we thank them for the job that they've been doing. The commoner, retail investors can easily cry out to the SEC and they respond immediately. And so the SEC has a lot of responsibilities. And this responsibility, they are pretty comprehensive. Let's break them down. Number one, investors protection, which is what Aye has already said. So the SEC ensures that investors are not defrauded and that their interests are safeguarded. Another thing they do is they regulate the market by enforcing their rules and guidelines and to maintain transparency and integrity in the market to boost investors' confidence. They work to grow the market by introducing new products and encouraging participation. And they also prevent fraud. They tackle scams, especially Ponzi schemes, to protect investors from losing money. I remember the time of MMM, the SEC was carrying out public broadcast warning Nigerians about MMM that is a scam. So that's one of their rules. And then they also approve public offering. The SEC reviews and approves all public securities offerings, like the IPOs, to ensure that they meet regulatory standards. Aye, over to you.
Investor protection is such a very important part of what the SEC does, right? Without them, only scams and unethical practices would just completely erode trust that Nigerians have in our capital markets.
Exactly, Aye, and we will dive deeper into how they protect investors next.
So, Moody, let's talk about how the SEC ensures that investors like you and me are safe.
Yeah, great point, Aye. For starters, the SEC requires all capital market operators like stockbrokers and fund managers, even the registrars, to be licensed. This ensures that they meet professional and ethical standards.
And it doesn't stop there too, right? The SEC also regulates listed companies, requiring them to disclose accurate financial information. This transparency allows investors to make informed decisions whenever they want to approach the market.
That's true. That's so true. Another way the SEC protects investors is by educating the public. Like I said, during the time of MMM, they were educating the public about the dangers of exposing one's finances to MMM. And of course, their warning came out to be true at the end of the day. So they frequently warn Nigerians about fraudulent investment schemes like Ponzi schemes and work to shut them down. So that's one of the reasons why the SEC really matters to Nigeria's economy. Aye.
Now let's zoom out a bit, Moody. Let's zoom out a bit. Why does the SEC matter? Not just for investors, but for the whole Nigerian economy, right? Why do they matter?
Good question, Aye. By regulating the capital market, the SEC builds confidence among investors, both local and foreign. This confidence attracts more investment, which in turn boosts economic growth.
Let's not forget that the SEC also mobilizes savings, right? I mean, we just discussed this right now about the NGX, right? That the NGX is a channel to mobilize funds into productive investments. And if you think about it, Moody, right? Without the SEC, who's going to trust the NGX? Right? Investors will be scared to approach the NGX. So, because of the SEC, savings are channeled into productive investments like infrastructure and industries, which then in turn creates jobs and drives development in the economy.
Yeah, absolutely. A thriving capital market supported by a strong SEC is essential for a healthy economy. Of course, the SEC isn't without its own challenges. Talking about the benefits, the good things that they're doing. So it has its own challenges. What are those challenges,
You're right, Moody, you're right. One major challenge is Nigeria's economic instability. The market volatility and inflation can shake investors' confidence whether or not the SEC is doing a good job.
Another challenge is technology. With the rise of fintech platforms and digital trading, the SEC has to keep up with the new development, of course, to regulate effectively. And that could be really, really challenging because in terms of manpower and resources available at their disposal to help to keep everyone in line.
And let's not forget enforcement, right? Ensuring compliance across a large and complex market like Nigeria's NGX is no easy task at all.
No, but the SEC is actively addressing these issues through reforms, partnership, and education campaigns.
For our listeners wondering how they can connect with the SEC, here's what you need to know, right? You can visit their website, right? The SEC's website is a good mine of resources, right? So you can just go online and check their website out. You can also look at fraud reports, right? If you suspect any unethical activities, report them straight to the SEC immediately. And you can also stay updated, right? So you can follow the SEC on social media platforms and even subscribe to their updates.
Well said, Aye. Very well said, Aye. Being proactive and informed is the key to protecting your investments. And just a final thought before we call this episode a day, the Securities and Exchange Commission, popularly referred to as SEC in Nigeria, is the backbone of the Nigerian capital market. It protects investors, ensures transparency, and promotes economic growth.
That's right, Moody. That's very correct, right? And as investors, understanding the SEC's rule gives us the confidence to participate in the market freely, knowing that we have a watchdog to watch our backs.
Yes, that's true. Thank you so much, Aye, for co-hosting this episode. It has been great having you on board.
Thanks, Moody. It's been a pleasure. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review.
Until next time, as usual, stay informed, stay consistent, and stay invested. Bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the favorite podcast that brings insight to the Nigerian stock market. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. To get more episodes like this, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, as well as on our website. All this information is available in the show note below this episode. Until we bring you another episode your way next week. Bye for now. TNI Podcast is executive produced by Moody. This episode was edited by Rona at Rock Quarry Village Studio.